Hello.
Hello. Hello again.
Hello again. Nice to meet you again.
And I think again.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
almost 2 weeks.
Yeah, almost 2 weeks.
Okay, so how are you? Still busy?
I'm also busy. Yes, I can talk about. So, I don't know. Meetings for today after I didn't have meetings after 4 p.m. So, mm,
Okay, you didn't have meetings after 4 p.m.
yes, yes.
So you have meetings earlier?
I had 2 meetings before,
Wow.
so yeah, but it's okay.
Ah, okay, so a busy bee you are.
BCB, what BCB?
Because you are always busy. So you're
Uh-huh.
like a bee who's always
B.
busy. Yeah. Looking
Oh,
for some nectars and working.
okay. BCB. Oh, that sounds funny. BCB. Maybe is that like some idiom or
Yeah,
slang?
just some
Slang?
idiom.
BCB. BCB.
Mm, a busy bee.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's proceed to our lesson. So you can rest after since you have a little busy day today.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to study daily news in this lesson. So the
Mm-hmm.
title is Disney World. Is the magic becoming too expensive for families?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is it? In Disneyland, is it becoming too expensive?
Yes, of course. Disney World.
Ooh.
I'm not familiar with Disney World. No, I I just visited
Where
Tokyo
dreams come true.
Tokyo Disneyland. So I think there is a bit difference between
Mm,
Disneyland and Disney World.
Disney World.
Yeah. So yeah,
Okay, so
in terms of price. So
okay, so let's see, and so you can differentiate the
mhm.
difference between Disneyland and Disney World. Disney World. Okay, so let's have words and phrases. So let's learn some of the words that are used in the article. Now let's have the first word, encounter.
Encounter.
Now let's read a sample sentence. I encountered an old friend while walking in the park.
I encountered an old friend while walking in the park.
Okay, can you please make a sentence?
Encountered. Hmm. I always encountered dogs.
Always
When
encounter
yeah,
dogs?
encounter dogs while walking with my dog.
Ah, of course, yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, next, take a back.
Take a back.
The news of his promotion really took me aback.
The news of his promotion really took me aback.
Can you please make a sentence?
Okay. Mm, mm, he his loud voice took took me aback.
Okay, so next, overwhelm.
Overwhelmed.
The flood of emails overwhelmed the customer service team.
The flood of emails overwhelmed the customer service team.
Okay, can you please make a sentence?
Hmm. 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 The surge of uh, the surge of people overwhelmed the stock.
Okay, next, executive.
Executive.
The executive team made the final decision.
The executive team made the final decision.
Can you please make the sentence?
Executives of my company earn a lot of money.
Okay. Next, how about the not executive?
Compared to other Japanese companies,
Mm.
there's base salaries are basically a little bit higher. I think, but executives are getting more and more higher salaries, of course.
Yeah.
I'm
I
so
wonder
nervous.
I wonder why.
I'm not sure. So I'm not sure how much money or so go through between as a company
Mm.
and another companies. So yeah, so it's kind of business. We should know so that how large our business is, but I'm not sure that.
Why does it have to be we the workers or the employees where we received a little bit of the salary while our executives does received the highest one?
Mm,
Okay,
yeah,
now let's have another legendary.
legendary.
The actor gave a legendary performance at the awards ceremony.
The actor gave a legendary performance at the award ceremony.
Okay, can you please make a sentence for the last word?
Legendary. Okay. That art. That athlete achieved a legendary record.
Okay, so now do you have any questions before we proceed?
No questions.
Okay, so let's proceed to the next part, which is the comprehension. So please look at the direction.
Okay.
Okay, let's move on to the listening focus. So let's check the questions that you will have to answer later. So please look at the questions as I read them twice. Now let's have number one. What caused Yvonne Kendall to be shocked during her trip to Walt Disney World Resort? What caused Yvonne Kendall to be shocked during her trip to Walt Disney World Resort? Number two, how much did a 2-day park ticket cost for Yvonne Kendall's family? How much did a 2-day park ticket cost for Yvonne's Kendall family? Now, number three, what concern have Disney executives expressed regarding their pricing structure? What concern have Disney's executives expressed during their pricing structure? Now, let's listen to the audio. It starts now.
Disney World. Is the magic becoming too expensive for families? Yvonne Kendall had long dreamed of visiting Walt Disney World Resort in Florida. Last November, she and her family of 4 finally made the trip. However, the excitement quickly turned to shock as they encountered unexpectedly high prices. Kendall, a compliance officer from Bear, Delaware, was taken aback by the cost of the vacation. A 2-day park ticket alone cost $1,123, about 170,000 yen, while a skip-the-line pass for popular attractions was an additional $208. Dining experiences with Disney characters like Donald Duck and Daisy Duck set the family back another $219. In addition to these costs, even small souvenirs were priced steeply, with a Mickey Mouse bubble wand costing $60.68 for 2. Kendall found herself stressed by the overwhelming amount of money they were spending, especially since she and her husband, a warehouse driver, were covering all the expenses themselves. Disney executives have expressed concern over this growing trend of price hikes, acknowledging that for many families, a visit to their parks is increasingly becoming an unaffordable dream. While Disney World remains a top destination for tourists, the company is facing growing criticism that its pricing structure may be pricing out large segments of the population. As costs continue to rise, the question remains whether Disney can maintain its iconic status while also staying accessible to the families who helped build its legendary reputation.
Okay, so.
Let me hear again.
Okay, I'll play it again.
Disney World, is the magic becoming too expensive for families? Yvonne Kindle had long dreamed of visiting Walt Disney World Resort in Florida. Last November, she and her family of 4 finally made the trip. However, the excitement quickly turned to shock as they encountered unexpectedly high prices. Kindle, a compliance officer from Bear, Delaware, was taken aback by the cost of the vacation. A 2-day park ticket alone cost $1,123, about 170,000 yen, while a skip-the-line pass for popular attractions was an additional $208. Dining experiences with Disney characters like Donald Duck and Daisy Duck set the family back another $219. In addition to these costs, even small souvenirs were priced steeply, with a Mickey Mouse bubble wand costing $60.68 for 2. Kindle found herself stressed by the overwhelming amount of money they were spending, especially since she and her husband, a warehouse driver, were covering all the expenses themselves. Disney executives have expressed concern over this growing trend of price hikes, acknowledging that for many families, a visit to their parks is increasingly becoming an unaffordable dream. While Disney World remains a top destination for tourists, the company is facing growing criticism that its pricing structure may be pricing out large segments of the population. As costs continue to rise, the question remains whether Disney can maintain its iconic status while also staying accessible to the families who helped build its legendary reputation.
Hi, you're good?
Yeah.
Okay, then let's proceed to answer the questions. So I'll read the question and please say your answers out loud. So let's start with number 1. What caused Yvonne Kendall to be shocked during her trip to Walt Disney World Resort?
Even Kindle was shocked by unexpectedly high price.
True. Okay, let's have number 2. How much did a 2-day park ticket cost for Yvonne Kendall's family?
For this family, 2-day ticket costed $1,123.
Okay, so it's a bit expensive.
Yes.
Now, and I'm saying it in yen, so yes, it is expensive.
Yes.
Now let's have number 3. What concern have Disney executives expressed regarding their pricing structure?
They have expressed concern over the growing trend of price hikes, acknowledging that many families visit to their parks and increasingly becoming an unaffordable dream.
True. Okay, good job. Now let's move on to the next activity, which is to read out.
Okay.
So please read out the article.
Disney World is magic becoming too expensive for families? Yvonne Kindle had long dreamed of visiting Walt Disney World Resort in Florida. Last November, she and her family of 4 finally made the trip. However, the excitement quickly turned to shock as they encountered unexpectedly high prices. Kindle, a compliance officer from Bear, Delaware, was taken aback by the cost of the vacation. A 2-day park ticket alone cost $1,123, about 170,000 yen, while a skip-the-line pass for popular attractions was an additional $208. Dining experiences with Disney characters like Donald Duck and Daisy Duck set the family back another $219. In addition to these costs, even small souvenirs were priced steeply, with a Mickey Mouse bubble wand costing $60.68 for two. Kendall found himself stressed by the overwhelming amount of money they were spending, especially since she and her husband, a warehouse driver, were covering all the expenses themselves. Disney executives have expressed concern over this growing trend of price hikes, acknowledging that for many families, a visit to their parks is increasingly becoming an unaffordable dream. While Disney World remains a top destination for tourists, the company is facing growing criticism that its pricing structure may be pricing out large segments of the population. As costs continue to rise, the question remains whether Disney can maintain its iconic status while also staying accessible to the families who helped build its legendary reputation.
Okay. So now let's move on to the next activity, which is the discussion.
Mhm.
So let's please look at the directions.
Yes.
Okay, now please answer this question freely or by using the situation given. So
Mhm.
I'll read this question, then you can answer freely or open the answer key to have a better idea of how to answer. So let's start with number one. Do you think Disney World is too expensive for families? Why or why not?
Mm, yes, I do. Yeah, this is very, very expensive. Considering that for a ticket for Tokyo Disneyland, yeah, so Tokyo Disneyland tickets or ticket is, I think it is about $70.
$70?
$70, yeah, for
Oh.
1 day and per person. So if you have the four people in your family, so you have to done four. But yeah, so per one person, it is yeah $70 or so. Uh,
So it's almost it has the same cost with
mm,
the Babel wand.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, Bubble One
Just a
in
little
Bubble
different.
One in yeah, so Disney World is yeah kind of
And it's really
expensive.
popular, right?
Maybe
Especially
so.
to kids.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I think that is yeah much cheaper in Japan.
So it's much
And
cheaper in Japan
yeah,
than in Florida.
yeah.
And how about the parking? How much was the parking ticket in Japan?
Parking ticket.
Mm.
Uh, what is parking? So
So so when you have your cars, it's I think that's the
ah
place where you put them
yeah, yeah. So
or where you
I'm not sure.
park.
I've never been there by car, and I don't know. Yeah,
Oh.
so we commonly use a train to get there.
Mm.
So yeah, we just have to use our car or card and so the parking. But there, so I saw actually there are people who get there by car.
Mm.
They're very large, so parking next to the land. Yeah, so I think
So
it's cheap. Yeah.
so if you want to save, don't bring cars.
Mm, yeah.
Okay. So just take the train. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is a sample answer from our answer key. Now let's proceed to the second question then. Do you think Disney's high prices affects its image? Why or why not?
Mm, yes, I do. Yeah, so I said Tokyo Disneyland is much cheaper than uh, Disney World in Florida, but historically speaking, the price is getting higher than before. So, like 2 times higher than 10 years ago, I think.
Mm.
So Japanese people think Disney, so visiting Disneyland is like a luxury hobby.
Okay.
Luxury, yeah. Luxury.
But most of the foreigners wanted to go to your Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
So
Ah,
it's
yeah.
already a luxury.
Sorry.
So is it already a luxury? Since for foreigners, they really wanted to go to your Disneyland.
Um, what for foreigners?
I mean the tourist.
Mm-hmm. The tourists. Yeah, so there
Mm.
are lots of tourists. Yeah, because so I understood. So compared to other countries or American Disney World, the
Mm.
Japanese one is too very cheap for the tourists. Yes, but
Okay, now.
yeah, but actually, so there are lots of fans in Japan, so Disney fans in Japan. So mostly the Disneyland is full of Japanese people. Yeah, they are willing to pay.
Or okay, but way back 10 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
does your Disneyland today have more facilities than before?
More facilities.
Mm.
Yeah. So more facilities.
Or it's just like the
Maybe,
same?
but some of the attractions are so rebuilt.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, but
So maybe that's where they could.
maybe more. Yeah, but there's some of attractions were actually disappeared before, right?
Oh, okay. So they
Like
have
Space Mountain, you know Space
now. There's
Mountain.
no Space Mountain.
Yeah, for now, no, here.
Oh, okay. There are facilities that they took out, and there are facilities that they added.
Yeah. That's right.
Hmm. Okay. Now let's have another. Would you choose to go to a theme park if the prices were significantly lower? Why?
Yes, I'd like to go there if theme park rice yeah, were significantly lower because the bottleneck to visit Disneyland. So this question is not for Disneyland, but yes, yeah, considering the situation where Disneyland's fee is very high for now, so the price is the only prevention from visiting there. So yeah, I
So
hope.
other than Disneyland, do you
Mhm.
still have other theme park,
Yes, we
even
have
if it's not
other
that popular?
no, not so popular, but yeah,
Hmm.
there are some theme park, but not so many.
Oh,
Only a few. Only a few.
so what's the difference between Disneyland and the few that you've mentioned? Few theme
Um,
park.
yeah,
Why is this
so
Disneyland so popular?
I think the reason why the Disneyland is in the so high position is like I guess characters and movies or
Mm.
so yeah, so characters or movies behind the attraction, and the
Okay, yeah.
quality of attraction is mm, very fascinating, and so very yeah, that is the reason why we choose Disneyland.
Your other theme parks also have princesses.
Some actually have, yeah, but it depends on the so theme park, but not all of the theme park have the same word, only word that is based on a story. The word in that people.
Okay, maybe that's also one of the tourist attraction.
Yeah.
The princesses.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now should theme parks reduce their prices to make them more affordable for families? What's your insight?
So they can offer some family discount or
Mm.
those kind of options by utilizing some sub subsidies.
Yeah, a good strategy.
Yeah.
Okay, but we don't have enough time, so
Yeah.
thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Cooks. I hope
Goodbye.
to see you again soon.
Yeah.
Have a great day.